Hey, look, man, I don't make the rules on this, although I wish I did. Things would change considerably, which is probably a good thing I don't. But I saw somebody on Twitter say that the way Karasu was talking about Shido actually upscales Sae Itoshi, and we haven't seen this dude play since the Blue Lock versus U20 game. Here's the guy or girl's Twitter. I'm assuming it's a guy, considering the name, but this is basically coming from him. Karasu's description of Shido in this chapter proves that Itoshi Sae operates at a higher level of playmaking. According to Karasu, Shido remains true to himself at all times and always follows his impulses, which means if you apply your logic to Shido, you end up opposing him instead of adapting to him, aka responding to Shido's impulses. In this chapter, Karasu chose the latter. But in the U20 game, we saw how Itoshi Sae was able to oppose Shido and kept challenging him, thus pushing Shido into restrictions, which inevitably led to Shido's flow. And based off of Karasu's shrewd playmaking, this guy, Sae Itoshi, operates at a much higher level than what we've seen. Shido isn't Kurasu's pawn. It's a real test to see whether or not Isagi can figure out Shido. The missing piece might be Shido, and if Isagi can solve this puzzle, we are in new Gen 11 territory. So obviously, upscale for Itoshi Sae. Now, given the NEL and depending on the player, they've already dipped their foot in the entire realm of the new Gen 11 players. And if this is in fact a Sae Itoshi upscale, that just downplays Kaiser and Don Lorenzo. Because if this dude is meant to be at that kind of level, being able to stimulate Shido, something we haven't seen from anyone on PXG related to Shido, being able to stimulate him, aside from maybe Charles. I'm just saying. I'm being real, we all read it. During that PXG game with Bastard Munchin, Shido was basically non-existent. Yeah, he had his moments here and there, but aside from that, it was mainly focused on Rin. Do I believe that Shido is the key to determining whether or not people can control this game on Blue Lock? That's up in the air. There is far more to this than just Shido that determines whether or not this game will play out in the way Blue Lock wants it to. I'm not even sure what that is specifically, but I know that they're leading up to something later on. But this just goes to show that Sae Itoshi is like that, apparently, if that's what they're trying to say.